William's setting up my easel. So sweet. It's International Women's Day.
Yeah.
He's supporting a woman.
I'm making up for all the crappy things men do.
Yeah, he's building something, not destroying it, as God intended. I've actually painted that sign before, but never from life. This is my first Madonna Inn plein air. The Madonna Inn is one of my favorite places in the world, and I've actually gotten to stay here a couple times, and it's just like the most magical kind of like out of a fairy tale place. And something about it almost feels a little, it's not of this world, because it's like this vintage slice of history, but also surrounded by such a green pastoral landscape. And it's just very like, it's strange. It is me as a place, because it's like very girly and cutesy and gaudy, but it's also kind of weird and a little dusty, but I don't know, it's just a really special place to me. So we're painting it this week. So I'm going to be painting in plein air, but I am painting with watercolor. So the upright easel with like gravity and water like wanting to run down the page is a little tricky, but I like to use the easel and stand because I don't want to be hunched over, crouched, like sitting down. So I'm just gonna work with the situation at hand. I'm sketching out kind of like a shadow of yellow, light yellow watercolor paint to like block out where everything's going to go. I am so happy to be here at the Madonna Inn right now painting. It's something I've been wanting to do for years, and I just have never had the courage to like go out in public and paint live here. And it's one of my favorite places on earth. I literally think if I was a building, I would be the Madonna Inn. Like something about it is cosmically connected to me, like Valentine's Day year-round vibes, which is so me. And like it just speaks to me. If Madonna Inn needs a live wedding painter year-round, hit me up. I want to be here. Working on the text part now. It's a little tricky. I'm gonna have to go back in with some gouache or something to fix the letters because they are not quite correct, but it's okay. I'm working on this affirmation that being earnest is not cringe. And even if it is cringe, it's better to be honest to yourself and, you know, try the things you want to do in this one life we get and be a little cringe. It's okay. Like, I mean, it feels kind of cringe to even say that, but just overcoming that feeling of embarrassment and uncomfortableness is going to change the game. For example, I am 26 years old and I started ice skating like maybe 3 years ago. I'm on a bit of a hiatus with that right now, but if I had let the embarrassment of being the oldest, least skinny person on the ice most days that is still a beginner, you know, like I would have never learned how to do several single jumps, invested in myself and pushed away the feelings of embarrassment, because trust me, they're real when you're skating around a bunch of 12-year-olds that can do triple jumps and have been doing it their whole life, and then you're out here as like a full-grown adult doing it. It is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but like the embarrassment is worth achieving your dreams. Like I would have regretted so much waiting even longer just out of fear of being perceived as an adult beginner, you know? Like you have to start somewhere, and it's not embarrassing. Even if it feels embarrassing, it's really not. It's just society, again, trying to keep us in our place, and we don't need to follow that. My friends are hanging out with me today. had some weird interactions in my day when doing live painting, but I think this one takes the cake. Somebody came up to me because I'm standing next to a taco truck and there's a sign right in front of me. This very confused white lady came up to me and was like, "What is birria?" And I was like, "Are you talking to me?" And she was like, "Yeah, what's birria? I've never heard of that." And I'm like, she's like, "You don't work here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just painting." And then she says, "Okay, so what is it? Is it like queso?" So like she just kept asking questions. This is where I'm leaving it for now, and I will fine-tune the details later.
Sour grass, mostly, I think.
Pretty. This is the view I'm painting today. I also kind of want to paint this out here, but the sun's gonna set, so I need to make a decision. I want to live here. Madonna Inn, adopt me. Look at my man's, he's building my easel for me. That's a good husband right there.
That's what they call me.
Day 3 of Central Coast plein air painting. We're back at the Madonna Inn, this time over by the field. So we're setting things up, facing this direction. I'm gonna do a really quick, sketchy painting of the inn. You can tell that I'm rushing with these. I kind of hate being in a hurry. It really stresses me out. I want to take my time. So I'm just trying to block in like general colors right now, even though it's looking really unrefined. It's gonna work out in the end. I believe in the process, so you need to stay with me, guys. Fun fact about watercolor, when you mess up, just load up your brush with water and paint the spot you messed up in over and over, and it's like an eraser. Pro tip. I am having such a blast this week doing these live plein air paintings. Sometimes I get caught up in like not wanting to deal with the hassle of setting up somewhere in person. It's like, it's kind of hard to do, and like it's definitely more cozy like being home. At the end of the day, this is like a really cool experience that I get to have. So my friend Patrina told me, like, do it scared, do it embarrassed, do it uncomfortable, do it awkward. Just do it. Things that you want in life, it doesn't have to be perfect situation, and you don't have to have 100% confidence, but you do have to do it. You have to commit. So I'm committing to the bit, and I am painting outdoors even though it's kind of windy. You just gotta do it. Little critter that keeps poking his little head out, and I'm like, what is that noise behind me? Hi. You're so cutie. Are you eating grass? I genuinely believe in myself and my ability to fix this later. We just got the color blocks in, and we will fix it. Make it prettier later. The painting is not in a state that I am proud of, and I need to just relinquish that feeling. And I'm gonna wrap it up because my hands are freezing. I need to get little mittens for these adventures. And I'm just gonna like be with this half done painting and work on it inside a little bit to make myself feel better with where it's at. And I'm gonna take some photos of these horses over here and maybe paint that back home as well. So thank you guys for joining me on this adventure.
Those are huge!
She's cute.